Good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So I got burnt yesterday. My face got it bad. I got a bunch more sunscreen on today and just, I hope that it's gonna help. I'm sitting here reading my word this morning and getting ready to go out for the day. I just reached out on Facebook. I'm about to head into like a cellular dead zone where there doesn't look like there's any cellular connectivity for a long way. So I'm a little bit concerned. I asked if anybody wanted to buy a Garmin inReach, and hopefully by the time that I've eaten breakfast and get to the REI, I'll know an answer as to whether or not that's a possibility. Yeah, I got 345 miles to go to the end of this map of the Trans-America Trail, and thousands of feet of mountain climbing. Looks like Baker Pass is 4,000 feet. That should be not today but tomorrow. And then I get into the high desert, so not looking forward to that either. But I think I've got availability to carry enough water and everything that I'll need for that. So anyway, I'm gonna finish reading my word. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and then I'm going to REI. So you guys will see more of that in just a little bit. I love you. I'll see you later. Alright, so I stopped here for breakfast and I got a Denver omelet and then a bowl of fruit and of course my coffee. So I'm going to eat. I'm going to do some research and find out where I lose connectivity on the Trans-America Trail. And then I'll be able to determine what to do about the Garmin device as I move forward throughout my day. And y'all will see more of that in just a bit. Alright, so it's 1 o'clock here in Eugene, Oregon. I still haven't left yet. But I just got done at REI. And my loving wife allowed me to get the Garmin inReach Mini. I'm going to sit here and set up the plan for this. What it's going to allow me to do is text her at the end of each night when I don't have cellular and let her know I'm okay. And it's also got an SOS button on it in case I wreck, in case I get mauled by a bear, whatever. No telling what could happen. But if something does, this will send people to me. So it's really kind of a life insurance thing on my end. And also an insurance thing on her end, knowing that I'm safe. I won't be able to do Facebook or upload YouTube videos, but I will at least be able to let my wife know that I'm okay each evening. So this is now the third thing. I bought the drone, I bought the GoPro, and I bought this Garmin. I'm up to like $1,500 of things that I haven't been able to pay back yet. So, if you like the video content, consider donating just to be able to help pay that fund back. If you like the drone footage and like the GoPro footage and like everything that I'm doing as far as just video content is concerned. $5 here, whatever. Anything helps toward paying back this part. But this is not necessarily intrinsically part of the Redeeming Eden ministry. These are just things that I use to be able to update you on the Redeeming Eden ministry. So, another cool thing. I get here, I'm talking to my wife on the phone. She wants to pay with the card. A guy standing out front says, hey, look, she can just PayPal me the money. And then, I'll buy it for you here in the store. And his name was Paul. So Paul, thank you so much for your generosity in offering that. Unfortunately, the card was going to charge like, a fee for the transaction and then like a cash advance fee for some reason. So we weren't able to do that. But Christy went ahead and Venmo'd me the money to be able to handle it. But here's another cool thing. When I got to the register, there was a girl named Raina here. Now I ran into Raina and her boyfriend Evan. So I ran into them at the Heseda Head Lighthouse Overlook a few days ago and gave them a sticker. And she had mentioned, that she had watched the videos and that she saw the Heseda Head Overlook video where I talked about the stars. And she saw the food that was donated that morning. And so we were just kind of chatting about that. But she was like, I'm so glad that you ended up in my line. I was thinking the whole time you were in the store, I was like, that's the guy. Hey y'all, that guy's riding his bicycle from Seattle to Key West for addiction recovery awareness. And so cool. Thanks, Raina. Thanks for watching the videos. And yeah, I appreciate your hospitality here at REI in Eugene. I love REI. It's a co-op type thing, and so it's like a patron-owned thing. But yeah, I stopped in REI in Jacksonville and got my sleeping mat. And then I stopped at REI in Orlando and got these Shimano sandals that I'm wearing that clip in. And now I've stopped at the REI in Eugene and got the Garmin InReach Mini. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short. I got to get off the phone and start setting up this plan, the service plan. I think it costs like $50 a month. And then you can do it in just a monthly subscription. So, of course, more reviews on how that thing is working will come as videos come along. Again, I don't know when these are going to post, so hopefully you see them soon. As usual, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Well, I made it into Coburg, Oregon. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it very far today. That took a while there at the REI getting the Garmin set up, but it's all good to go. So, you guys know what my favorite time of day is? Pizza time. I'm going to eat this and then get on the road. And you'll see that right now. Alright, so the wreck that you just saw, I was about maybe 300 feet up the road, and I heard it behind me just screech, wham! A girl was driving and went to pass a lady on the straight, and then when she got to the turn, she just skidded out of control and hit the tree. And so I got down and started talking with the young man, Giovanni, and he was all about finding batteries for his vape pen and looking for all kinds of stuff in the car. And I just stopped and I said, hey, sit down. Look, let me talk to you. I'm riding for addiction recovery awareness. You're in shock. You need to sit down and just, chill out. And so I gave him the sticker. His eyes kept crossing. I think he had a concussion. I'm pretty sure he did. The girl that was driving had a dog with her, and she was kind of shaken up too. And so I waited until the paramedics got there and left. But so while I was standing at the guardrail, I was sitting there praying. I had met a guy named Ashton earlier at the Dairy Mart. I forgot something at the first gas station, and there was this guy, Chris, there. And he was a cyclist and a Christian, and we talked for a little bit. And so after I met Chris at the first gas station, I met this guy, Ashton, at the Dairy Mart. I had forgotten to get Coca-Cola. And so I went in to stop and get the Coca-Cola. And when I came back out, this guy, Ashton, walked up, and he asked me if he could use my phone or if I could make a call for him. So I made the call, and he wanted to know where his ride was. And when I talked to his ride, she said, let him know I can only be there for just a second. And so afterwards, I was talking to Ashton. He said his dad was a pastor, and he said some other, personal things that have been going on in his life. And I got to pray there with him, and, I asked him, are you saved? And he said, I am. And so I said, all of these things God is orchestrating, even this meeting with me. This girl that he's been talking to, she, he's been wanting to read the Bible with her on the phone. And so I said, all this stuff is happening for a reason, and it's to bring you back into a relationship with Jesus. You need to get that close to him. And so we got to pray there, and it was just a good, sweet time of fellowship. So Ashton, if you're out there, drop a comment, man. I love you, brother. I'm praying for you still. But so anyway, after the wreck, I was standing there on the side of the road while the wreck happened, actually, looking at my messenger. And I was trying to find out about Camp Creek Church that's up here on Camp Creek Road. And so I called the number, no answer. And then I sent a Facebook message. Well, I got a reply back, and I just asked, hey, I need a place to camp for the night. Can I use your property? And so they sent a message back and said, we're actually having a camp out tonight, so come on. So that's where I'm headed. I'm sorry there hadn't been a bunch of footage of like beautiful scenery today. It's really, you've seen everything I've done. I've only gone about 15 miles. But thankfully yesterday I did a bunch, so it's kind of going to cover it a little bit. But anyway, I'm headed to Camp Creek Church, and that's the next thing you'll see. So I made it to Camp Creek Church. Craig and his wife Shelly welcomed me very graciously. Everybody's here camping. They actually usually camp at another campground that's like 35 or 40 minutes away, but because of COVID, they decided to use their own property to camp, and so, of course, there's no coincidences. They ended up camping here, and when I called, they welcomed me to camp with them. So I just got to eat some tortillas with some good hot food on it, some beef tortillas, some Mexican rice, and Scott and his wife Hiromi ended up giving me some like rice cake and some zucchini and some corn on the cob that was roasted on the fire. So good. So anyway, I'm done here for the night. I'm about to start cutting and editing this video so you guys can see it. Again, sorry there wasn't just like a whole slew of fun things to look at. I usually don't like to make a whole video just me talking. That is not like the whole purpose of the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is for you guys to view and enjoy. The ministry side, you know, I don't usually film unless it's a good opportunity to do so. But either way, right here at the foot of the cross is where I'll be tonight. As usual, I love you guys. I'll see you later from Camp Creek Road in Oregon. Have a good night.